Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to figure out if a company is cooking the books or truly soaring. Today we're peeking behind the curtain at Tenon Medical Incorporated, and let's just say they've got some interesting numbers to share. Before we dive in, if you like getting the unfiltered truth about corporate filings, make sure you are subscribed, and for more behind the scenes chats, join our Discord community link in the description below. This filing is about Tenon Medical Incorporated, a company that deals with medical devices. They've put out what is called a Form 8K, which is basically a report for big, unexpected news. And today, we're going to decode what that news means for the company's health. It seems Tenon Medical Incorporated is traded on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol Tenon for their common stock, and Tenon for their warrants. This tells us they are a publicly traded company, meaning we can look at their filings like this one to see how they are doing. Alright, let's get to the juicy part, the financials. Tenon Medical Incorporated put out some numbers for the fourth quarter of 2025 and for the whole year. For the last 3 months of 2025, they are reporting revenue, which is the money they brought in from selling their products or services, to be between $1.45 million and $1.48 million. Now, that might not sound like a ton on its own, but here is the kicker. They say this is about a 90% increase compared to the same time in 2024. That is huge. A 90% jump means they almost doubled their income from sales in just 1 year for that quarter. This suggests their products or services are really gaining traction, or they've secured some significant new business. Looking at the whole year, the full 2025 figures show revenue between $3.91 million and $3.94 million. This is also a pretty good increase, about 20% more than their revenue in 2024. While a 20% increase for the whole year is solid, it is not as explosive as the 90% shown in the last quarter. This could mean that the fourth quarter was an exceptional period, or perhaps the growth is starting to stabilize after a big boost. It is important to note these are unaudited numbers, meaning they haven't gone through the final official check yet, but they give us a good snapshot. Now, they are also telling us when they will release the official audited financial statements. That is planned for the 19th of March 2026, after the stock market closes. And they're going to have a conference call at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time the same day to discuss all of this in more detail. This is where you'll get the deepest dive into their numbers and management's commentary. This filing also mentions that the press release with these results is attached as Exhibit 99.1. Usually these press releases are designed to highlight the good news and put a positive spin on things. While we've touched on the key financial takeaways here, the full press release on their website or in the SEC filings would offer more context on the specific drivers of this revenue growth. You'll also see a mention of an interactive data file. This refers to things like XBRL, which is a computer language for financial data. It is designed to make these filings easier for computers to read and analyze. It's a step towards making financial information more transparent and accessible for investors and analysts. Finally, the report is signed by Stephen M. Foster, who is the Chief Executive Officer and President of Tenon Medical Incorporated. This shows the company leadership is aware of and signing off on the information being reported. So, what is the story here with Tenon Medical Incorporated? The headline is definitely that explosive revenue growth in the last quarter of 2025. A 90% year-over-year increase is significant and suggests the company is either entering a rapid growth phase or has significantly improved its market position. The 20% increase for the full year is also positive, showing consistent underlying growth. However, it's crucial to remember these are unaudited numbers. The real test will be in the audited financial statements and the management's explanation during the conference call. We need to understand why that 90% jump happened. Was it a one-time large order, a successful new product launch, or a sustainable shift in market demand? Also, we should keep an eye on their expenses and profitability. Revenue is great, but if costs are rising even faster, it doesn't necessarily mean the company is making more money. A big opportunity for Tenon Medical Incorporated is clearly their ability to grow revenue. If they can sustain this momentum, they could become a significant player in their market. The risk, however, lies in understanding the sustainability of this growth and managing their operational costs effectively. Rapid growth can strain resources and systems if not managed properly. External factors like competition and regulatory changes in the medical device industry are always a background risk for companies like this. In conclusion, Tenon Medical Incorporated is showing some really promising revenue growth, especially in their latest reported quarter. It's an exciting development. But it's important to stay grounded and wait for the full audited financials and management commentary to get the complete picture. They have certainly caught our attention with these numbers. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Tenon Medical Incorporated filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.